Philip Clement has one game to save his Rangers managerial spell, so what does he do? Does he go for a brand new team? No, he picks the exact same team that's let him down week in and week out. Welcome back to Fog Football. It's Scottish semi-final League Cup.
Part two.
Aye, part two. I don't think this one's going to be 6-0. Well, it could be 6-0, just not to the team in blue, probably. But let's go through the starting 11 immediately.
You know what? When I missed yesterday's game, I was a bit disappointed. But then, you know what? Looking at the scoreline, I think maybe I'm getting to see the better game.
Well, I mean, better game in terms of drama. In terms of actual, quality on display, I think you're...
Nobody likes a 6-0 game, though. I've never really watched a 6-0.
Unless you support that team.
Well, true, but even then, I mean...
Nah, I like a wee... I can't remember the last time Rangers beat Ross County 6-0, but I know Hearts aren't used to winning 6-0, but here. Anyway, Butland, Tav, Suter, Balogun, Yefty, Barron, Raskin, Lawrence, Tierney, Bajrami, Dessers. Thoughts on that before I go ape shit?
Thoughts on it? I mean, pretty much what we'd expect. Proper looks like he is well and truly dropped at the team now. He doesn't look like he is going... I think he's going to be the third choice at best going forward. Butland remains in there. Wasn't expecting it to change, but you know what? Why not give Liam Kelly a chance? Tab back in at right back. He's let down so many managers over the last few years in big games, so Flake Clement just puts him in another big game. Although would be risk taking about. You got Tierney back in there who didn't play. So I mean, you say it's the same team, but he's brought Tierney back in.
No, it is the same team because the players that are back in were simply due to injuries. Tierney couldn't.
Well, I'm not necessarily sure that is true. I mean, Clement was suggesting that he was resting people.
Tierney wasn't even on the 18.
He was suggesting that he was being rested though.
Rested against Aberdeen.
And Hefty, was he not being rested?
Oh, we can argue Yefty. Yeah, I think Yefty's up for debate. But I mean, resting people in the biggest league game of the season.
Or was it not an illness or something? Did you have a...
Well, there's an illness.
Or a family issue or something?
There's a family issue. There's a Rangers issue. This is unacceptable, right? James Tavernier coming out pre-presser, pre-match. Oh, I've been pretty good this season. Got no fault with my game.
Look, I've always really defended Tavernier.
Well, defend that then.
No, I think he gets a lot of criticism, but this year he's been fucking shite.
I mean, no.
And
they're liars. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a liar. Clement pretending everything's alright, bringing up 2012 more times in a week than fucking James Tavernier's got trophies in 10 years. It's just disgraceful.
Yeah, and I just want to point out that you do not delete comments. But anyway, I mean, Clement going someplace where I've never really seen other managers go, constantly bringing up the 2012 stuff, basically saying here, it's either you accept Rangers being shite under me, or you go back to 2012 and being bankrupt.
That tells me...
I mean, he did mention the year, and he mentioned bankruptcy.
That tells me he's got free reign. That is a guy that knows he can't get sacked.
Yeah, but I mean, it's bullshit for Clement, isn't it? He's basically saying here, have the best thing you've got, and if you don't accept this shite, then it's bankruptcy.
It's fucking tragic.
Rangers could do better than what they're doing without going bankrupt again. Surely.
Maybe he's basically saying here, I hold the keys to the kingdom. I'm shite, but if you sack me, it's bankrupt city. It was like an idle threat there for Clement. It was passive aggression at his fucking peak.
Anyway, back to Tavernier. Yes.
The guy has seen off more Rangers. He's seen double the amount of managers off. He's won trophies at football.
Yeah, but you know what? I always felt like you could defend him a little bit when his numbers were high. His numbers ain't high anymore.
Yeah, and he's shite.
Yeah, but there was a lot of times where in the old firms he was... Remember the 3-2 game? He practically got Rangers back into it himself.
Yep.
And he would score a lot of goals and getting a lot of assists. And I think when he was doing that, even though he was still pretty poor defensively, and you could argue as a captain he wasn't a leader and he wasn't there to get you the... A lot of times you felt like at least he was adding goals to, say I did my part kind of thing. But, I mean, now he's still the captain. Now he's still shite defensively. But he's not contributing going forward.
Let's just move off Tav, because I'm done with it. I'm just sick of everybody. Tav is a liar. Clement is a liar. They're just bullshit artists at the end of the day. I mean, Tavernier cries and cries about, oh, this is Rangers Football Club, we need to win trophies. Then how about you just fucking...
Win some?
Well, yeah, win some, or just come in and say, you know what, I've been here nearly 10 years, it's been unacceptable, I come out with the same pish after every defeat, and you know what, I'm retiring right now, goodbye.
Do you think...
Sayonara, au revoir.
Do you think he should have had the captaincy armband taken off him?
Yes.
Or step down, even if it means he doesn't leave the club and he still stays and he's still a big part and he's still the number one right back. Do you think just due to the lack of success and the amount of pumpings that he's had against Celtic that he should have stepped down or been stripped? At what point?
I think, at what point? I mean, honestly, I think that there's a lot of breaking points for Tav getting stripped of the captaincy, but
Could he have been stripped before Rangers won the league?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to go that far.
Right, well, you're not going to strip him that season. You're not going to strip him the next season because they get to the European final, Scottish Cup.
I think the Beale season when he replaced Gio, because that is the season where we began to get scudded by Celtic on the regular. Gio was losing 3-4s. Beale then couldn't buy a win against Celtic until the 3-0. Once the tide turns, you've got to react. You've got to strip them yet. They didn't do it, and now it's just so far gone. But I just want to go through the rest of the team. We've spent too much on Tav, right? Barron, Raskin, Lawrence. I want Hadji in there in some capacity. Tierney, Bajrami, Dessers shouldn't wear this shirt ever again. See the 83 minutes against Aberdeen, it was disgusting. Igamani's pissed, but you know what? Danilo's on the bench. But look at that bench. Kelly, Proper, Diamonde, Doyle, Sterling, Kazan-Weirjo, Igamani, Hadji, Danilo. With the acceptance, right, of Igamani, where is the youth? Why? How is Kieran Doyle on this bench over anybody that's in like the youth team? Clement is just picking the same old failures at this club. Kieran Doyle is fucking shite.
Yeah, if Rangers do have financial issues, shouldn't someone like Kieran Doyle be getting
sold in January
and you just replace him with the youth players, so like a Bailey Rice or something like that? I mean,
no, look at, come on, bangs on about potential this. Butland, 30. Tav, in his 30s. Suter, approaching 30. Balakin, in his 30s.
Proper.
Right, Yefty, Barron, and Raskin, I would say, alright, yeah, they're all young enough, but the problem I would say, especially with Raskin, I think Raskin has regressed since he came into Rangers. With Barron and Yefty, they're in the door. Lawrence, into his 30s. Tierney, it's a loan, we can't afford them, so forget about his potential. Bajrami, approaching, he's like the mid to late 20s, he's getting there. I still think he can be a good player. And Dessers, 30, shite. Kelly, won't even get a game. Proper, in his 30s, shite. Diamonde, potential there, I accept that. Doyle, nothing. Sterling, honestly, this guy has potential, but you've got to play him in his correct position, and he's not doing that because Tav's got that down. Kazan-Weirjo, loan, forget about it. Igamani, well, Clement said we couldn't afford him next summer, so we need to bring him in now. Does this guy strike? People will joke, you couldn't afford 2p. I would say that the sort of price that Rangers couldn't afford is something closer to like the 10 million category. Because, we've seen in recent years, they've signed Danilo for like 6.5 million, so they've clearly proved that they can sign somebody
and
for
Igamani doesn't look like a 10 million
yeah, exactly.
player.
So that's bullshit. Hadji, there's potential there, but I wouldn't be surprised if Hadji's away in the summer, and Danilo, too many injuries. So explain to me explain to me where the potential is in this team, or come on fucking bullshit.
Danilo just seems like a straight replacement for Roof.
See you at the 18.
One injured striker for another.
I agree, but see you at the 18 here. I've maybe labelled 5 that has got a bit of potential.
Aye.
Like, you see if you compare it, there's a lot of to Ange when he came in. See when Ange came in, right, the Celtic signed all those players. See within a couple of months, you look at all those... Yeah, Kyogo might have been a wee bit older than some of these guys here, but it's like, you look at them all, it's like, O'Reilly can improve, right? Carter Vickers, Jota, all these guys are like, early to mid-20s, they can all improve. I see no improvement here. I see regression. I see nothing to suggest.
How many of these players in like 3 seasons' time are either going to be major key players for Rangers or being sold for big money?
Honestly, a couple at best. I mean, I think Yefty could. I think Bajrami could. I think, Raskin always dreamed of getting a move to Chelsea. Well, unless that Todd Bowley guy is really brain dead, then I don't think that deal's happening. I mean, you look at the bench. I think Hadji, if he puts a run of form in, but Rangers, man. Why is Clement? See if Clement was true on his last legs, which we all think he is. Would he pick this team? Does this prove that he's getting to the end of the season no matter what? I honestly beginning to think
what
it
team
does.
do you think he would? If it's a must-win game or he's sacked, who does he bring in? What team would you go with?
I think he's got to try something different.
I think this is about as good as Rangers get. I know these players have let well, who pick your 11 then? Must-win game. Pick your 11.
Right, I'm going Butland.
Right.
I'm going. I'd start Kazan-Weirjo or Sterling.
Right, I get that, but you can understand why he's meant to be Tavernier. It's fucking.
No, I can't.
No, you can't.
No. He's let him down he's one.
I'm not saying I agree with it, but you can understand why he's went with Tavernier.
You could tell. I understand why he went with Dessers. Egan's unproven, but Dessers is shite. So we can go down this road all we want. This team.
So what's the major where's the unforgivable selection here?
Cyril Dessers and James Tavernier. Those two.
But those
for
are
me.
those are the two that you've literally just said. You can understand why he's done it.
No, you're
Tavernier's
saying...
the captain.
No, you goaded me into saying I would
and
understand.
Dessers is like pretty much the
So why did he
only
drop-
striker they have? I mean, I know they've got Egamani, but I mean, come on.
I'd start fucking Hadji up front, a false nine or something. I'd do anything to get Dessers out the team.
Here, you can say what you want, but the sad reality is...
Where's Zach Lovelace?
No.
Where's Bailey Rice? Where's Cole McKinnon? Where's all these
the
youngsters
sad reality...
that are hungry?
The sad reality...
I'm hungry.
Aye, well, the sad reality is that's about as good as the Rangers team gets, so you just need to accept it.
If that's as good as it gets and it can't get any, then bring in the youth.
No, but that is just good. You're making it as if, I could improve this team by bringing in 9 players.
Bring in the youth. We don't know what the youth's capable of because he won't play them.
Teams just don't do that. It's unrealistic.
No, well, he should. If he's got to the end of the season, as Donald Trump would say, what do you have to lose? I tell you what, I've got make the Rangers great again.
I tell you what, you've got to lose. You've got to lose a cup semi-final.
We said this on Wednesday and Thursday.
Bring in the
If
Brit.
Philip Clement played the youth and we get beat against Motherwell, I can accept that he went for a radical change. If we get beat today with this fucking team, he's done. There's going to be people demanding his head. Maybe too soon, but I mean, come on, it needs to happen. He needs youth.
Was that an Edinburgh thing there?
It was.
That was absolutely mental. Rest in peace, that guy, man. It's sad.
It is sad.
I don't expect to see that on the capital streets.
Absolutely not. But anyway, let's move into Motherwell. We've already ranted and raved on Rangers. Right, so Motherwell, I mean, I'm not going to pretend. I mean, Andy Halliday, he could have a thing to say. Lennon Miller, he will have. I mean, captain at 18, just turned 18. That I can see. I mean, you talk about a player that's got potential and would walk into the Rangers midfield.
It's just...
Andy Halliday would probably walk into the Rangers midfield.
It's just a shame that he plays for Motherwell and not Celtic, because I reckon we could be looking at close to a record transfer fee if that was the case. But because he plays for Motherwell...
But if he gets a move to Celtic, then he probably could get the record.
Yeah, but imagine if he's 18 doing what he's doing now and he moves on at the end of the season.
Problem is, nobody be starting for Celtic right now. That's what you got to look at.
I've seen a lot of Celtic fans say they'd have him in the starting team.
Well, I think so.
He's had a better season than £11 million man Engels.
He has.
Hands down.
But anyway...
I think Lennon Miller gets in any team.
As for this team...
Well, I tell you what, he'd walk into the Rangers team.
Well, I've just said that.
You know what I mean? So
Andy Halliday would walk into the Rangers team.
let's not get hasty.
Let's not get hasty.
Andy Halliday can barely walk.
I'd start Andy Halliday at right back.
Andy Halliday's a better pundit than he is footballer, and that's just
So's Roger Hanna, but he wouldn't walk into the Rangers team. Halliday would.
I don't know. Hanna up front over Dessers might work.
He's got the IQ, like. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave it. I believe we went with Rangers to narrowly win this game.
Yeah, we went.
The starting 11's changed that.
I mean, we went with Rangers to draw and then win in extra time, but we also went with Celtic to narrowly win, and we didn't get that right. So, but yeah, this is a decent team, I think, from Motherwell, and obviously they're doing good in the season so far.
They've got to smell blood. Rangers are there for the taking.
But it is a young Motherwell team. Got Balmer in there, Seddon, Wilson. These are all young guys. Andy Halliday gives you a bit of experience, and Liam Gordon, I think, is now approaching, I think he's 27, 28 now. But, I mean, overall, it is a pretty young Motherwell side.
But just let's go back to Clement. I think the only thing that saves him from the sack is if he did drastically change it. See if they get beat with this team, he's gone. He will be sacked tonight if we lose this game of football. It has to happen. You cannot keep him.
And we'll be here.
I will be here, sadly. But it's just... it's awful. You know, it ain't a league game, right? But see if this was a league game, it's almost like if you knew losing would get him sacked, it's almost like a take it. But it's a semi-final, a chance for a final here.
It's a chance
chance to get the most trophies in Scotland again.
It's a chance to get fucking pumped by Celtic next month. You've got to take it.
You've got to take it. Anyway,
I tell you what, though, that's actually mental. It is a chance to get in front with the trophies.
And that's
both clubs tied on 118 each. It was 119.
No, 18. What Clement be as well doing?
Winning the League Cup and leaving Rangers.
And then it's like, well, I got his back. I brought his back.
If Clement left, if Clement won the League Cup and he would have won half the trophies he competed for.
2 League Cups though.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, he doesn't have to spin it that way.
Anyway, that's where we're going to leave it.
Well, hold on.
He's got mere spins in a washing machine.
But can you see how people spin shit to go with their argument? You just said there, right, that it would be 2 League Cups, right, and that's fine when you mention that sounds shite. But a lot of people say Gerrard had 1 trophy in 9 years. Now I'll accept 1 trophy in 9 years isn't good, but it's a league, right? See if Gerrard...
9 years,
nine attempts, you know.
Gerrard wasn't here for the 9.
No, but you know what I mean. Like one league trophy. People say it was 1 trophy out of 9 trophies, but it was a league trophy.
And what's better, his 1 out of 9 or Clement's 2 out of 4?
Now, see if Gerrard won 1 League Cup out of the 9 potential trophies, then that would have been fucking shocking. But see, it matters like the context. People can say, it was 1 out of 9, but it was a league title, and it was arguably the most important league title that Rangers have ever won. So you've got to factor that in. Yeah, Clement could leave, you know, with 2 League Cups, but at the end of the day, I mean, does it really matter? He won a League Cup that Celtic won the end, and the gap's just got bigger.
Yeah, the gap has got bigger, but this is going to be an interesting afternoon. Rangers, it is must win. We said that last week or midweek. It didn't change anything. He didn't win, did he?
No, he didn't win, but he has to win the night.
Well, let's just answer it right. Will he be sacked if they lose?
No, because if he was going to be sacked, he'd have been sacked already. Going 9 points behind Aberdeen was the last straw for me, and he didn't get sacked. Therefore, I don't think he's getting sacked over this.
I see the way he's speaking in the press conferences and things like that. I think he's here to the end of the season minimum, and that breaks my heart.
I don't think he gets sacked for losing a cup game, unless it's like a fucking upset massive.
We've just explained how it's a cup semi-final against a lesser team to get into the final against Celtic to protect the world's most successful club banner.
Yeah, but you know what? You could argue right now that Clement would be doing Rangers. He'd be protecting it more by letting Motherwell into the final and letting Lenny Miller get at Celtic.
The steel men instead of the bottle men.
Well, you just said it.
And when you put it like that, guys, peace. Yeah.